Well, yeah, this is really the ministry. I mean, I've got the ministry that I always really dreamed of, but I never dreamed I'd be doing it as a hot, sexy chick. It's God's way of just, you can't figure out God. God's ways are not our ways. And he's got a sense of humor. And boy, this is one humorous thing, but it's real. I mean, I went through 3 divorces, and I ended up just continuing in the ministry. And people would say, well, yeah, you're right, Elliot. The Lord wants you back into the ministry. And so I'd get back into the ministry.
I came to Provincetown to be Ellie in November of 2001.
But the same old thing would happen all over again. It would be just like a carbon copy, a rerun. The marriage would go downhill. The church would be successful for a while. And I always found more ways than you could shake a stick at to sabotage myself, because, I was, by this time, I had the worst self-image in the world.
I'm visualizing that Ellie has like a 40D bus line.
Because my self-image was that, well, I was an imposter, I was a hypocrite, I was a liar, I was a two-timer, I was a philanderer, I was a no-good husband, I was a no-good father.
I felt called to the ministry when I was a junior at Tufts University, and that would have been in 1952, so it was a long time ago.
And so my life was just one big mess. When I was getting up to be around 60 and 65, I was in tough shape. I really wanted to make sure that I was through with this awful thing of dressing up, through with masturbating, through with any aberrant sexual tendencies. So I asked the church leaders and men of the church if they would cast out the devil out of me. And we went through that ritual. For a while it worked. I thought it worked.
Unforgettable in every way.
And I'm not trapped in fear of what people will think.
And then I got back into the ministry. The cat landed on his feet again. But the same old thing happened. I really felt let down by Jesus, to the point where I told him, I shook my fist at the heavens and I said, Jesus, go fuck yourself. I don't have a thing to do with you any longer.
There you go. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray and step around the house.
One day when I was at my lowest, I mean, if I had had the guts, I would have killed myself, but I didn't have the guts. Because I was so bewildered, so confused, so angry, so mixed up, so depressed, so empty and nothing to live for. And I looked back and all I could see was one hell of a messy, god-awful life. And I could sense that he was talking to me. And he said, you know, he said, Elliot, you felt that you've fallen into all kinds of traps. You might feel like you're trapped, but you are not trapped. You know, you're not even trapped in your masculinity. He said, Elliot, if you want to be a woman, go ahead, be a woman. With my blessing. And have fun doing it. And my life was totally transformed at that point. And it's been just getting better and better and better with each passing day. I was meant to be a girl, and I was meant to be a fun-loving girl and a sexy girl, because there's nothing wrong with sex. It's how we're made. It's part of our God-given nature. The truth of it is, and I can see it because I see it in my own self. Every single one of us, regardless of our genitalia, are a complete man and a complete woman.
I love you. Indeed I do. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, and before you know it, I mean, the fear of the unknown is gone. I mean, that's what it is. When people come by me and they see something that's different, well, you can get very fearful because you don't see this a lot.
Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. Boy, did I ever. Until when there was doubt.
Let's get to know each other. Let's sit down. Let's talk with each other. Religious leaders, they talk in terms of, oh yeah, we love homosexuals, we hate homosexuality, but we love the homosexuals. If you love them, you don't say, hey buddy, you're wrong. And if you don't change, you're going to go to hell. That's not love.
We have a very unlikely person to be a messenger of peace. I mean, let's face it, 25, sexy and gorgeous, wearing mini skirts and heels and stuff like that. You mean to say that Ellie can do something that's going to have a powerful effect on the whole wide world? Yes.
Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, crowded room, then fly to her side and make her your home.
It's okay. That's all right.